Hello, I'm Garret Echols, and today I'll be presenting on the importance of a dog in my life. Dogs have been man's best friend for tens of thousands of years, and more specifically, they've been domesticated pets for over 33,000 years. They're used today in many of the same ways they were used 33,000 years ago, such as companionship and security. I have always been passionate about dogs, and they've always played an important role in my life. I've always either had a dog or bothered my parents to get a dog. My first interaction with a dog was when I first came home from the hospital after I was born to meet my German Shepherd, Rio. I remember my dad picking me up and letting him lick my toes, which tickled. However, growing up with Rio, I was very intimidated by his size because he was a lot bigger than I was. But after years of growing up with him, I realized that he was the protector of the yard and he was gentle. I still never had a very strong relationship with him because I was so intimidated by him. And at 7 years old, I felt the loss of a family member when he ran away. I remember receiving this sad news and creating lost dog signs and posting them around the neighborhood. But when I realized that he wasn't going to come back home, I felt a very large emptiness in my heart. And I felt like I didn't know him enough. He helped me overcome fear by learning to trust him with the years I had with him. And from Rio, I became very passionate about wanting to have a dog in my life. I constantly begged my parents, mostly my mom, to get a dog. I even told her that I would take care of him or her just because I knew that's what she wanted to hear. And finally, after a few annoying long years, my efforts paid off. I got 2-year-old Ross, who I found at a rescue shelter called Camp Wolfgang, which I saw on Animal Planet. I immediately fell in love with Ross, but I was still intimidated, as you can see on the picture up there. I was just happy to be a big brother for once. I didn't realize how hard taking care of a dog would be. I only thought about feeding, giving him water, and I didn't really think about the time I would have to spend with him, training him, and just spending time that a dog needs. Training was especially hard with him because he hated every other dog that he saw and every other animal that he saw. He tried to attack. But over the hours and hours I spent training with him, I became very close to him. He slept in my room every night with me, and even slept in my room during the day, even if I wasn't home. And as you can see, we definitely treated Ross as our younger brother. We kind of bossed him around. But he was with us for 5 fun years before he became seriously ill. This time I was 14 years old, and I was older. Things were a little bit different. I realized that I needed to comfort him instead of just playing with him all the time and having fun. I was part of a very hard family decision to either put him to sleep or to treat him. If you've been through this kind of decision, you know just how tough it is. But after seeing him in pain for so long, we decided that the best thing for him was to put him to sleep, which was very hard for me. But from Ross, I learned perseverance and patience. Perseverance from after getting him, I really did not want to keep him because I was so intimidated by him. And patience after the hours and hours of him trying to attack other dogs while I was trying to train him. But once again, I felt an emptiness of not having a dog in my life. So it was time to work on my mom again. I said, "Mom, how fun would it be if we had a dog? And it's so boring around here without a dog. I have nothing to do." And then I really tried to get her using emotional blackmail. I said, "Blake's leaving for college next year, Mom. Can we please just get a dog? I'm going to be so lonely, and I have no one to play with." And then I said, "In 2 years, I'm going to be gone, and you're going to have no one around here except Dad, and you need someone else to be around." And my efforts did not work at all. She said that we couldn't get a dog because we had carpet, and it's too hard to clean. So now we need to get wood floors. So guess what? It's time to work on Dad, which was more difficult. It took me hours and hours and days to finally get him to realize that with or without a dog, we would get wood floors because my mom wanted them. So guess what? We got wood floors, and then we got a dog. This summer has been 2 years passing without a dog, and on June 21st, we got yet another German Shepherd. Her name is Lola. She is our first girl, and she is also our first puppy, which is something that I didn't plan on, but it was really an opportunity I couldn't pass up. She's so cute, she's crazy, and this is my first time with a puppy, which is a lot more challenging than I thought it would be. I thought it would be similar to taking care of a 2-year-old dog, but I was very wrong. The training is unbelievably difficult because she seems to have the attention span of a 3 or 4-year-old child, and if I'm trying to train her and she sees a lizard, she will get distracted by the lizard for about 15 minutes before she returns her attention to me. However, she is crazy, she is active, very active, and she's very smart. She is also a quick learner, and she loves tons of attention, as you can see. I have to see her grow every day, which makes me very sad because it's hard to fit her in my lap. But she continues to teach me every day. Most importantly, she's taught me that you need a lot more patience for a puppy than you do a 2-year-old dog. Dogs have always been an important part of my life. They've taught me a lot, and I know I'll always have one in my life somewhere or another. Man's best friend are true companions. Thank you.